Hello. Thank you for tuning in to this week's read. Let's see. For the main part of the read, the tarot I'm going to use is the Ultimate RPG Tarot Deck by Jeff Aldrich and John Taylor. Here's a picture of the box. And there's a website, I think it's Simon & Schuster. Yeah, Simon & Schuster. Feel free to freeze frame and check out that if you want that information for the tarot deck. Oracle cards. Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, one of my favorites. And Rockpool Publishing, yes, Rockpool Publishing. Here at the bottom, if that focuses, is the website, rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as in apple, use an umbrella. I don't know if you can I don't know if you're going to be able to see the rest that's on the back here, but if you want to freeze frame and check it out, feel free. The dice I use, I now have a 21-sided dice, which does omit 0 for the Fool, but it gives me most of them. And I got a 14-sided dice for the minor arcana, and I've updated. Here is the website for them. If it focuses. I think it says Tom Anders there. There's this. Some people use those things. Feel free to use that thing if you want to use that thing. There's also, I think the smaller dice came in this. It's called the Dice Shop. I don't know if you can see it. mathartfun.com if you want to check out that website. Okay. With that being said, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. It's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And now on to your reading. See if I pointed the right way this time. Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Gemini? There's a bird. Looks like a cowbird. Doesn't mean it is, but okay. Now we got a couple more cards to put out, but I feel like this is going to be better than expected. The unexpected. Okay. It's just funny to me because I don't know. I was thinking this is going to be better than expected, and then the unexpected came in. The situation is rough road with a great ending. So just give you a heads up. So it may seem a little dicey as we keep going, but it's ending very, very well. You got the Sun card with the unexpected at the end. And if there's anybody who can find the unexpected pleasure, unexpected benefit, unexpected bounty, Gemini's the one. So let's get this going to your advantage. So the current energy here is trying to hold it together to get what I want to move forward. And I'm fearing that I'm going to lose out on something that I've been trying to get. I might feel like, somebody promised me something. And I'm afraid that they're just kind of skipping out and not paying up their dues. It's almost like, for example, if this was a work situation, maybe you worked with a manager or somebody in management higher up who you thought, or who maybe even said, like, don't worry, Gemini, I got your back. Do this for me, Gemini, and later I'll have your back. Do this for me, Gemini, and later I'll have your back. Blah, 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 blah. So maybe they did that for the longest time. And you're used to this person being your ally. You will help them out. You tell them what you see. You tell them what you know. You work for them in a way that is advantageous to them. So it's kind of like maybe I had faith that they were going to help me out. The thing is, this person is no longer a viable piece of the puzzle. Maybe they had every intention of helping you out, but now they don't have that ability anymore for one reason or another. Either they left the company, maybe they passed away, maybe they don't have the power to help you where you want to go. For whatever reason, that ally that you were maybe counting on or hoping you could count on seems to have left the building. They're not there. And it's kind of making me a little bit nervous. You got the fear card with the 7 of Swords. Like, I think my opportunity just disappeared on me. I think I did all that work and tried to do everything I could, and now my path forward, my ticket home, my ride across the pond, it's gone. You're not one to let that be the only option you have, but it may have been the most reliable option. It's kind of like, there's other ways to do this, but like that was the one that I actually thought would work. There's other possibilities, they just don't look like they're likely possibilities. It might be one of those things. The loss of a connection, the loss of a boundary. The thing is there something else I can do to make this work out? I don't want to give up on what I wanted. I don't want to give up on this. This is like, wherever I was going, like, I really want that. That's what I really want. I want that the most. And it's kind of like, whatever this goal is, I can see a lot of different ways to do it. That was just my most likely way to get there. These other ones don't look that likely, but I guess I do have other possibilities. And I'm not willing to give up. Whatever it is, I feel like you're not willing to give up, nor should you. Nor should you. But this is a road of more disappointments that will finally work out in your favor at some point, but there will be more disappointments before it finally does go your way. I see you trying to move forward quickly, and I feel like you're trying to bob and weave as best you can. Ace of Wands shows up. The Ace of Wands is a great start, true. It's not a guarantee, but it's a great start. And I feel like as you go forward to the next level, the Ace of Wands burns out for some reason. The Ace of Wands was going, but a strong enough wind can blow it out, and it did, is what I'm getting. So you seem to find another path forward, and I feel like if this reading is hitting, you will find another path forward. It does look like it's going to fail, but that is not the end of your story, and just don't keep going. Try it anyway. Okay. So how do we make... Don't be quiet about it when it fails, though. I guess that's what they're saying. Talk about it when it does fail. They're saying don't do this. Don't keep it to yourself when it does fail, because this next path will fail. Try this path. When it fails, make sure that you talk about it. You might have some loyalty from other people, or other people might want the same thing you do. There's this option of something else coming forward. If you got to communicate about it, this might be the time where you show your poker hand. When I've talked to other Gemini, well, to Geminis, I should say, I feel like a lot of times you let, I've been told you let the cat out of the bag before you really plan to. I also think that Gemini can confuse people very easily if you try. So like you might let the cat out of the bag, but then put the cat back in the bag before people even realized it was out of the bag. Does that make sense? I feel like Gemini could do that. Like, oops, I let the cat out of the bag, but you can get it back in the bag before anybody even realized there was a cat to begin with. You can be really quick like that if you keep going and you keep moving quickly. That being said, when you need to communicate, make sure that like when this doesn't go right, that you do put it out there and you make sure people know that things turned out the way they turned out. Because I'm getting, you might have other allies here kind of like, oh, Gemini, you're trying to get across the pond? I'm trying to get across the pond. Actually, these other 3 people over here, they're trying to get across there too. If all 5 of us come together, maybe we can get across this pond together, and then we can make better decisions once we're there. It's getting the communication out there. Not just in the sense of like communicating, but like directing it and utilizing it and moving forward with it. It's kind of like communicating it, then realizing who's picking it up, and then like kind of keep building on that and keep building that energy so you can get where you want to be. It's a very interesting situation because I feel like it's the other people who don't seem like they have the ability to really work it. They don't seem like they're able. It's kind of like I don't feel like I can do it, and I don't think they can do it even less than I can. I think my chances are low and their chances are even lower. It's kind of what I'm seeing here. But by pulling all these people together, all your chances together, it seems like it's going to be a long time before it can work. And it's kind of like, all right, we're pulling all these people together. I feel like I have like a 10% chance, they have like a 5 and a 2. I don't know, like if we're trying to get up to 100%. We're up to 17% so far. It's not looking like it's going to happen. At first, it's going to look like it doesn't make sense and it's not going to work. But you're going to get the attention of the right person. You're going to get the attention of the right person. Somebody else is going to see, oh, all 5 of you are trying to make that happen. I can make that happen for all 5 of you. Come with me, I'll make it work. Something unexpected, an unexpected victory at the end here. Completely like the unexpected. By pooling together with other people, you make the right connection. By seeing these other people pull together, this connection seems to be like wanting to help you all. Instead of helping just one person, I feel like whoever this person is with this unexpected connection, they wouldn't bother helping just 1 or 2 people. The more people that are connected, the more people they can help at once, the more likely they're going to do it. It's kind of like somebody like, they have a boat, they have a big boat, but they're not going to take this boat across the pond for just 1 person or 2 people. But if you have like 10 to 15 people, they're like, well, it's worth it. I'll take all 15 of you and we can take this trip across the pond. We'll do it. When I say the trip across the pond, I'm thinking about like, from New York to England. I don't know, they going across the pond. I don't know, I keep using that, but just in case that sounds obscure. So there you go. This has a really good ending. There's a lot of like, downturns or a lot of like unfortunate moments. But if you keep going with the path and you keep moving it forward, and you just keep going and keep trying, you're going to be surprised that all of a sudden this way out of the situation just shows up. You just got to have the patience to do it, keep working towards it. Having your loyalty towards this goal will open up this void for you. That patience shows up after the void, because there's going to be a moment here where it seems like there's no way, no how. Keeping your loyalty towards your goal, just being patient with it, it will happen. It will happen. I feel like that's what this reading is about. Mostly is kind of like having that loyalty to your goal and realizing it will happen in a very unexpected way. I know Gemini sees all the different ways that you could possibly have, but this one's even going to shock you is what I'm getting. Kind of like, I didn't even know that was an option. It's kind of like, if you were in a culture that never saw planes or never saw anything like that before, and somebody shows up with a plane and says, we can fly across this pond, and you didn't even know that was an option, that type of thing. Like if you were in a culture that never happened, you never knew people could even do that, that type of option is what's showing up. All right, I think we're good. I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.